Hello and good evening, everyone. It's a bit of a marathon tonight. And this is P1's broadcasting coverage of Round 7 of Season 3 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. As tonight we come to you from... we should have brought Justin Petschauer into the booth. This is his hometown. JP's hometown, home track, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As always, joining me in the booth all season long. We got on the super fast jet from Indianapolis to Las Vegas. It's me and Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, welcome now to Las Vegas. And might we see a championship close early tonight, or might we just see it get a little bit closer to closing tonight?
Yeah, good evening for everyone. So, yeah, sure. Plenty could be 90 points separate from Daniel Durazo. The cat, he's here, no? Actually, there is. I found it. So, could be everything. So, who knows? If it's plenty, could we have a bad race today? Could we make open again the championship? We have 30 cars because it could be getting on the back. Could be just gain 5 points or 2 points. And if Daniel get a good points today, could be getting a little bit close with 2 to go on this championship. So Las Vegas, finally Las Vegas, Sainz season 1 will be here. You're gonna talk about that, and also in the fixed series, Sainz last year and around this time being in Las Vegas. So good to have a Las Vegas day. Because night, my God, it's gonna be IRL.
Oh, here's the schedule coming up. Next is Milwaukee, and that is next here October 19th. Actually, we're going to go no break here between the next two races. It will go from here directly to Milwaukee next week. So next week, no break. Straight into round number 8. As we've been have a busy night here. As we've been doing double duty.
You're triple duty.
I did triple duty today.
Yeah, sure.
But did double duty. There's a good look at the schedule. I promise I will not leave it up there for a bunch of time like I did over in the Formula Indy series. But get a good look at it. Some good advertising on there too. Robert Malechka. And Julian is out tonight here. And qualifications are done as we will get into tonight's starting lineup.
Yes.
Waiting everyone to grid up here. And this is the warm-up period, actually, so we got plenty of time. And we'll just go ahead and show last race winner here, Anna Klimek.
Oh.
Let's properly cue that music up, shall we? There we go. All right, on the pole, Mason Mitchum and the Rocket Pop. He goes to the top with a 221.5. Casey Povolonis right next to him, his teammate, 221.1. Then we got the first of the Rogue Racing entries, Ty Quilla lining up third, Trace Shadid lining up fourth, excuse me. Dan, well, there's your championship battle right there in row 3, Lewis. It's Durazo out-dueling Clindy here, at least for qualifying. Durazo 221.1, Clindy 221.1145. Then back on row 4. Let's watch this guy, Andrew Marquez and Seb Alexander. We'll watch Seb too. Seb is due I think Seb is definitely due. We got Campbell and Murphy, Alliance members, on row 5. We got Vitor and Hunter in row 6. Anna, last race winner, and the boss, El Patron, on row 7. Remember last time we were on an intermediate racetrack, El Patron almost got that breakthrough win. We got Santos and Love in row 8. Albrecht on the pole. On the pole for the Elite Racing League's 15th running of the Rebelist Photography Indianapolis 500. He's in the lineup tonight. And he's in row 9 right next to Shane Coker, who's also in the lineup for the Elite Racing League's Indy 500. And then we got Stouffer and Cavaco in row 10. Andrew Wood, the catalyst, making his second race of the day. He was in a 400-miler at Fontana earlier, right next to Jacob Collins. Hugo Gallas, a newcomer, on row 12. Edwards and Pahutsky, row 13. Will Van Stearns and High Song, row 14. Wags and Julian on row 15. Watch those guys come from the back. And they are starting last there. So 30 cars tonight.
30 cars, that's a lot of cars inside.
Currently in warm-ups right now, Ryan Campbell, Hunter Ingrave, Julian Altena, your top 3. So just kind of give you some idea of what we expect for speeds. Anna Klimek was at the top for a while. Glendy in 5th. Logan Edwards in 4th.
The car in turn 4 is going high. And I follow Hugo behind of the Mason. He must to lifting. So also try to working and turn on the high line in there. So the rules is don't use the apron to make the pass. Only by last lap.
Last lap. Okay.
Yeah. When you see the checker flag in the air, you can use the apron to make the pass. But man, the apron is not really enough to make the pass because it's kind of dangerous because it could be make it bumpy, could be lead you to the grass. So it's a mix of stuff. So it's up to you if you want to.
And we are lining up to go racing right now. 134 laps. And that's just over 200 iRacing miles tonight that we're doing here. And actually, if we go caution-free, this could be a pretty quick race. So let's pay attention. 5 sets of tires, 1 in the car, 4 in the pits. And I fully expect at least 2 stops for here. Everyone should get to about lap 50 or so.
No, lap 50, yeah, the tire has gone. You can keep going and going, but the car is not gonna help you too much. Actually, the undercut is not a, it's a good option actually. Really a good option. Just coming before and just spray. Fingers crossed. Don't have a yellow flag. Mostly people like to do that, and to be honest, it's really 50-50.
So if we want to do a two-stopper, that's 45 laps or so. If we want to do a three-stopper, that's every 33 to 34 laps. We have been here before in Votive. Last time we were here, season 1, round 6, 100 laps. Edson Santos was the winner. Wags finished second. AJ Musselman started from the pole, finished third. 30 cars in the lineup tonight, getting ready to go racing. Here are your conditions, ready before the green flag here. There they are, 72 degrees on the ambient, 126 on the track temperature. And yes, it is the desert, 0% humidity. And green flag in the air, and Mason Mitchum not going to waste any time on the rocket pop, and he launches first.
Yeah, we have two people. Michael Newcomer on pits coming out now.
And Wags coming off of pit road as well.
I think
Wagner's not even starting.
But
And Murph, Campbell, Marquez. We're going to see some people coming from the back of this pack. Clindy weaving down the backstretch, going to the bottom. Here comes Clindy, already up 2 spots. Julian up 3 already.
to 19.3.
Clindy. Yeah, Clindy. Mason Mitchum leading the early laps here at Vegas. Thanks for joining us. Track record, all-time qualifying track record here. Even on the flat track that used to be Las Vegas Motor Speedway, is held by Ari Leindyke, set in 96 when he raced the 95 Renard here in the next to last race with the turbochargers. He did actually, it was the last race with the turbochargers, I believe. After that, they did not race the turbocharged engines any longer in INDYCAR. Speed of 226.4. He was moving. Clindy way up in the gray. Julian purple lapped in the back there. The current configuration of the track records held by Tony Kanaan during that ill-fated 3 wide into 3 and 4. That ill-fated 2011 race with the speed of 222 flat. The kart track record when kart ran here is held by Patrick Carpentier in 2004 with a speed of 206.1. They really tried to slow down those cars with a lot of drag. So 206.1. The career wins leaders here at Vegas, Seb Bourdais actually leads with 2. Our good friend from the Lionheart Series, Richie Hearn, he has 1 win here, among others. And Luis Gonzalez Nunez is racing hero. Eliseo Salazar won here in 1997.
Scandia.
Up at the front is
day,
night race.
Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart won the championship
over Davey Hamilton, and that's also when Roberto Guerrero had a pretty nasty flip down the backstretch.
I know. I think so. What that same race, Richie Hearn cross hit. It was, I guess, Richie Hearn have a spoon in the yellow flag. I don't know. I guess it's that one, or maybe I
can't remember. I know that race was a night race.
Yes.
And that was crowning the IRL champion.
I remember. I didn't know Richie Hearn is Richie Hearn. So I saw it in the Lionheart Discord, And I said, "Oh, you're the race?" Yeah. Oh, because I watched this race. I said, "Yeah, I think you watched the part when I spun on yellow flag." Yeah, very, very bad on my side, though.
Don't watch that. Watch when I won the race. Of course, we didn't get to see that race in its entirety until very recently over on the NTT IndyCar website or NTT IndyCar channel. On the high side, Trey Shadid trying to get a move on Mason Mitchum, who's led the opening 10 laps. Clindy is up to third, side by side with Seven Durazo. Brian Campbell, Mark Murphy, Casey Povolonis, Antonio Estrada, El Patron in 10th spot as the Rogue Racing guys and all the Alliance guys are coming forward right now.
By the way, that race, Paul Page very, very upset, though.
Oh, Paul Page?
Yeah.
Yeah, the incomplete race on that yeah. Well, there were so many caution laps. I mean, he's being told what that he is on the fly. He had to kind of scramble on that one.
Oh.
Let's go back a little bit further in the field. Biggest mover right now, Julian, up the 17th spot. There he is.
What, 17th spot?
He's up 13 spots to 17th.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're watching Julian. Now he's up 13 spots. Chris Albrecht, there's your pole sitter for the Elite Racing League's Indy 500 coming up here on Thursday night on the Elite Racing Network. It's going to be me and Luis Gonzalez Nunez calling the action there. Let's ride along with Chris here. Give him a little love. He's on the pole with a 4-lap average of 227.314 miles per hour. Just a little bit faster than Jordan Owen sitting in the middle of row one. 227.313 miles an hour. So we are a thousandth of a mile per hour difference over 4 laps and 10 miles at Indianapolis. It's hard to believe.
For a small lifting, it could be said that is it just he lifted more or less than Owen. Let's put it that way. So it's small margin, or maybe the small how you coming down to the corner. This is really like where he loses it. Well, who knows? Maybe in the corner, maybe where, maybe in the lifting and in between.
Ooh.
Or maybe I don't know.
Close. Santos side by side with Albrecht. Clindy will be in that race. New leader, Trey Shadid, your leader up at the point. Clindy will be starting 11th.
Oh no! Oh, you 3 wide on the Aldrich Collins on the middle.
Oh! There's room here, but you don't want to do it. And Edson Santos lets it hang out on the high side just behind him. He does have his teammate in the neighborhood, and here comes Julian. Oh, so close to these corner exits. We had a pretty good strength of field for this race. A lot of big name drivers in the community showing up tonight.
Yeah, Santos.
Santos kissing the wall. That's not the type of kissing you want to do in Vegas.
So in practice was 4K, but now we went down to the race with 39.81 straight to field.
And Mason Mitchum is out. Mason Mitchum is out. Did he do a DC? Our pole sitter.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's why what happened. That's why here somebody said what happened up there. And Taquilla thinks he's not gonna come back anymore, said Taquilla. So Mason Mitchell DC is out of the race.
Pole sitter is out.
Anymore.
Led the early laps, and that's how Trace did now gets the lead. Here comes Clinton to the outside. Your points leader. Here are the points. We got to give you those. Clindy leads by 95 over Durazo, 100 over Ingrave, 124 over Edwards, 128 over Mason Mitchum. Forsyth not in the lineup. Mitchum already out. Seb Alexander in 7th. Murphy 8th. Stouffer 9th. Povolonis in 10th. Trace Shadid tied with Povolonis. Back at the point. Clindy to the points. And here comes his teammate, Trace Shadid, Ty Quilla. And Ty's going to slide on down and act as rear gunner right now for his teammate, Clindy. And Seb Alexander, 4 spots. I told you it would be long before he was up in the front. And there are 3 more Alliance cars behind Durazo. Murphy, Estrada, and Campbell. And then we're going to have Alliance cars in 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And Jacob Collins just outside the top 10 right now in 13th. Chris Albrecht up 5 spots. There's your pole sitter that we've been talking about. Again, start of that race, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. All the pomp and circumstance over the Elite Racing Network. That's 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday night. Thursday night.
Yes.
And if you haven't heard, we have permission to actually hear an actual Back Home Again in Indiana recording now.
Yeah, for sure.
Jim Corneliuson is given permission to use his rendition of Back Home Again. That is the guy who sings Back Home Again now before the start of the Indy 500. He will be singing Back Home Again for the Elite Racing League and also the PRI Hoosier 500 in December. So thank him for being very supportive of the community. Murphy on the high underneath Durazo. Move Murph up to the 4th spot. We saw Murph a little earlier to go taking some practice laps at Indianapolis for the PRI Hoosier 500 Open Test. Clindy was in that. Ty Quilla was in that. Seb Alexander was in that. AC Povolonis was in that.
Taquilla and Fendi working together. Let's do something. Let's get out of here from
Let's get out of here. Yeah, exactly.
They do it pretty well because Dirty Air in 0.8 is it is strong. Still strong, not that strong like when you are 0.5 or 0.4, but it's still strong. So, and the car is getting a little bit tough because the track temperature is tough. It's 129 now.
All right, so we're going to see the first window of anyone who wants to do a 3-stopper opening here. About lap 34, 35, I believe. I have my numbers correct. 34, 30, yeah, lap 33 or 34, actually. If you do a 3-stopper, it's actually 33 and a half, but at one point either you got to come early before that or you got to come after that. So the windows open up. The window for the 2-stopper opens up around 44, 45. So we'll see if anyone wants to go longer. Durazo and Campbell side by side coming off of turn 2. Campbell's going to get a big run on the high side. He'll complete that pass, and now he'll play a little rear gun action to see if maybe he can help out Seb Alexander the field is strung out right now. I think the goodness of these tires have worn out, especially with the track temperature. Look at Albrecht way up in that high line off of turns 1 and 2.
I think that this is the time when I hope we don't want to see an accident between the car, but maybe it's a big issue to spin the car or some accident or some hit on the wall and go to the grass and spoon over there and crash. But this is the line when everyone is separate, and when you come into the pit, that's the other issue. Black flags and stuff. So it's gonna be a good pit party we're gonna see here.
Margin your leaders have over P3 is almost. They are almost. Let's give you a gap here. 1.2 seconds, so they're almost ready to break that envelope. About another 0.3 of a second, they will break that envelope that she did. But I think we're going to get the pit stops before then. She did in third. Murph up to fourth, up 6 spots. Campbell up 4. He's in 5th. Durazo in 6th. Seb Alexander in 7th. Estrada up 6th. He's in 8th. Casey Povalona's down 7. He started on the front row. He's in 9th. Edson Santos up 5. Andrew Marquez has had a bit of a rough race. I told you to watch the guy, but maybe he's got himself another strategy with the temperature out there. Very cerebral. And maybe he's taking it easy and trying to save these tires, maybe go deeper into the run that some of these aren't prepared to go. But Marquez down 7 into 14th. There's a big run on the outside of Jacob. Slams the door shut. Christopher, there he is. He's in 15th. Hunter Ingrave right behind him in 16th. Hunter, he's going to be in that ERL Indy 500. He's in the Fast 12. Here is last week's winner, Anna Klimek. Or last race winner, Anna Klimek. Was it last week?
No.
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
The 28th. Last week was Albrecht at Indianapolis in Dark Horse. That was the start of his week, and it continues to be good for the man who sits on the pole. In the F5 car on F5 qualifying day. Gary Lovern, he's in 12th now as he gets passed by Marquez. Marquez making up a couple spots, which I thought maybe he was doing. He's conserving those tires. Here is the weather report. We'll be continuously updating the weather.
Oh my God.
129 degrees.
I saw Jeff Hyson and
Jeff and Wood.
Jeff Hyson and Wood was close, and the crossover line have a contact over there.
See this, and also in the neighborhood is Vitor. And see what happened. Wood going to the bottom. Andrew Wood with the top 10 finish early. Go ahead.
It was really close, but I think so. Andrew saw it to come, and he just decided to, you know what, just go ahead, don't worry about it.
Andrew Wood with a top 10 finish at Fontana earlier today in the Classic IndyCar Series Auto Club 400 in their latest round. Congratulations to Thomas Mustonen, who clinched the championship with 2 rounds to go. Next race for the Classic IndyCar Series in 2 weeks over on Green Flag TV. 2 p.m. Eastern time and 2 Sundays from now. And it will be at Sebring for their final road course race. And then a build up to their Indy 500. And we talked about we were talking, and I didn't really give the Classic IndyCar Series its due, and I should have. When we were talking about the PRI Hoosier 500, there's a hierarchy of community 500s out there. One being elite, the other one being the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Series and their 500. And definitely consideration should be paid for and paid to the Classic IndyCar Series and their Indy 500. Just as prestigious, just as long running as all the other ones out there, and that will be the end their season here in November. But Thomas was standing the champion of the Classic INDYCAR Series, which runs the Legacy Dallara I-05 chassis open setup races, and it's a year-round championship. It starts in January, February, March, and goes all the way to November. So it's year-round. And he is the champion with 2 races to go. So congrats to him. And also Andrew Wood, who got a top 10 finish. Andrew back in a 26th spot right now. But up front is Clendy. Speaking of 500s, 2 fixed 500-mile wins during fixed 500-mile weekend. And the one of the other wins right in front of him. And now he's passing him right now. Ty Quillen got one of the top split wins. Who's coming to pit road?
Andrew Wood is the pits. Povolones call it, Murphy's call it. So the pit is coming now.
There's Murph on pit road. Casey Povolones on pit road. So Ty and Clendy made it we're at 47, coming to 48. But there's three of your 4 top split wins. And I believe the fourth top split win was Phil Krause, wasn't it? That's the one we did. And then Clendy finished on the podium in all 4 races during that weekend. So, and he also has a Velocity Online Racing Indy 500 win now under his belt this season. So Clendy looking to maybe put a finish to the championship today with a good showing here at Las Vegas over Durazo. There is Durazo. Edson Santos.
Clendy, I think, call it. Clendy call, Quilla call. Oh my God! Oh no! Cody Cavaco.
Oh, Cody Cavaco and Albrecht. That's not what Albrecht wants during this week.
Cavaco came to the pit. Came over. Make Albrecht out of the race for sure.
And Cody, we'll see what happened. He goes from the tie to the bottom.
Oh no!
Oh, and he just got, and that's a little bit of experience there, unfortunately.
I thought was Clendy.
Clendy on pit road. Trace did on pit road. Clendy on a hold. Clendy sped on pit road. We're on a 40-second hold for Clendy. And Ty Quilla on pit road for a hold.
Okay, this is the thing. They have that because they have a contact with these 2 cars on front, but why? So they try to avoid the contact. But Clendy have a lot of space, Clendy, to make the thing. But Clendy, you know what? If you see the replay, Clendy clip the cone, but they have a lot of space to come in.
Okay, so we had an unsafe pit entry apparently.
Yeah, and Quilla, I don't know why.
So we'll look at, we'll see what happened. We'll go back and look at this here. With Cody Cavaco.
Oh, Quilla, same thing.
Watch this. Watch this. The leaders just happen to be coming to pit road. So we watch this. And somewhere Michael Newcomer misses it. I don't see where Clendy.
He clipped the cone.
He clipped the cone. He
does.
Yeah, because Albrecht starts backing up a little bit, and Quilla, I think the same thing. Okay, now this changes everything. This changes absolutely everything. Same thing. We'll watch on Ty here. And Ty, just clips the cone. That's it. So the lead now is Hunter Ingrave.
Hunter Ingrave is the leader. Yes, and Anna Klemek there. but they have to come into the pit, so it could be circle to Murphy.
Ryan Campbell. Ryan
It's
Campbell. Gonna be Ryan Campbell,
right.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they looking by race control to clean the black, but unfortunately, it's a situation between we saw outside, but well, like you see out inside. When you see inside, it's like I scary because this car came inch back, and he make the turn back, but he brake. So Glendy scared, and also Taquilla scared too. He went to the right and he clipped the cone.
Ooh, look at that! Look at the tire. Look at
at
Klimek's tire. Look at Klimek's right front. That is a very unhappy right front tire. Not a good smiley face I did there.
Oh my.
And now in a second, it's a happy tire. Yeah.
Tire. Raining tire.
That was a courting tire right there. It had down to the grooves, or excuse me, down to the cord there. Campbell and now Murphy, Alliance team members, now at the point. Seb Alexander could join them, making a 3-car battle up at the front. Anna Klimek, our last winner, now off of pit road and just trying to stay on the lead lap as the leaders go on by her. Tracia did back to fourth. Go ahead.
Glendy Aquila with 1 lap down. Both of them. But he make the pass. Oh, they make a pass because Anna Klimek was the last. She was the last one in the pit road. That's why sorry. Yeah.
Turner Johnson in chat says it's early. Clindy got bored, so he's running up front. He might just need a bigger challenge for himself. I don't know, but I don't think he wanted it. I don't think he wanted it that way. I really don't think he wanted it that way.
You know what? This is weird stuff. So Clendy and Quilla asking. Okay, so that's what I tried to hear what I said. So Quilla and Clendy called it to race control to clean to black flag. But in our system, even in iRacing, they didn't show any black flag, but they show the black flag inside the car. So race control said they cannot clean something I cannot see.
The only way, yeah, and I didn't see a black flag either. I just saw the hold.
Exactly.
So the only way that they'll be able to clear that up, and they very much want a caution now, because the only way they can clear that up is somehow during the caution they will be given, I don't know if it's possible, to get a wave around and to get back the lap, but they won't be able to get back any positions. They'll have to rejoin at the tail end of the longest line on the lead lap. So there's Michael Newcomer. We're watching him as he almost got into that incident as well. But there's Ryan Campbell. But it's about the only thing I could think of that that they could possibly do to kind of straighten things out.
It's a long race. We have 70 to go.
Yeah.
They can have some. You know what? Sometimes lucky, sometimes not. So it's luck, sorry, or no. But they can have maybe a caution now, and then wave around, and then they have a caution again after 10 laps, and they come into the pit and race again. So it's like a restarted from zero again. So everything could have happened in 71 laps, or 70 laps actually now.
Well, we've been caution free so far. First round of pit stops done. Yeah. If you help us keep all this positive momentum going on here with the channel. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the Votive IndyCar Oval Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. Don't forget to ring the bell. Give us the old thumbs up too if you wouldn't mind. We really would appreciate that. So you'll miss out on future broadcasts here on the channel, including tomorrow night. This guy will bring you the action from Nürburgring on the Nordschleife. Kind of a unique INDYCAR Open Series race. So him and Jacob Collins. Let's go back to Jacob Collins. He's in 17th. There he is, Jacob Collins.
And combined. And Nürburgring, it's a name Nürburgring combined, but they have a big name which started with G. So because I know German, either you don't know how to say that, so.
Our Monday night schedule actually will have Mark and Jacob doing INDYCAR Open at the Nordschleife. Then it'll be me and Luis Gonzalez Nunez at 9:05 with the Onyx. I can't get it stuff out of my mouth now. Onyx Lotus 79 Series at Gateway. And then Jacob will be back to bring you the Indy Next Road Series. Top split at Portland. That's our past, present, and future of open wheel racing Monday nights here on P1. But your leader right now is Campbell by 1.4 seconds over Murph after Murph is just kind of falling back now. Kind of having some handling issues with the weather conditions. 129 degrees on the track temp. Could this turn into kind of what we saw over on Green Flag TV on Saturday with the Votive Indy Oval, or not the Votive Indy, excuse me, the Velocity Online Racing INDYCAR Series, where we had a lot of tire failures at Texas. We're going to see a lot of that today, maybe. Well, conditions are ripe for it, and we are running at pretty brisk pace. Here are the last laps. We're still well into the 200-mile-per-hour bracket.
Man, Las Vegas is so good, to be honest. It's some mixed stuff. It's like exciting at night, like a Las Vegas city, and hard to drive, but also good to drive. So it's a mix. Some people like it. That's this condition with the 129 and the track. And people like Campbell or Murphy or Alexander like it, doing this stuff. Even Hector Santos, you know what? He was on the back of the field next to his teammate Vitor. Tried to make the pass and tried to go in front, and now he's on fifth. So it's a good stuff. Actually, it's really, really good stuff. Las Vegas is. Don't take something bad about it. Oh, my Collins and Jeff, side by side, yeah. It's not taking bad stuff about Las Vegas. It is super, super nice. And yeah, even in NASCAR, if we're talking about NASCAR, they still racing over here, and it's one of the stop is never gonna skip in there. So we did see here. So caution free. We have 61 to go. We have a one incident around, but it's an unfortunate incident. But people have a good behavior around.
Riding with Julian right now, who is up 13 spots right in front of him. A High Song up 12 spots. Edson Santos up 11. Those are your biggest gainers on the racetrack right now. 75 of 134, and this race is going by rather quickly. Very, very shortly, we're looking at the next round of pit stops. Ryan Campbell went 51 laps on his last stop, so maybe he's looking at lap 100 or so in about 25 laps from now. But depends on how these tires hold up on a lot of these cars. Is Campbell setting too much of a pace right now? He's 1.2 seconds in front of Mark Murphy.
They're very close. Also, Trechadid and Santos side by side, and in turn one, Seb Alexander. It is very close. I think so. It's just about a time. For example, looking for Murphy.
Vitor
like
coming to
waiting for the mistake.
Vitor coming to pit road very early. Vitor last time did 51 laps. He's coming after 24 laps this time. Let's take a look at his tires. Just maybe he hit the wall. Maybe he's decided that he's going to short stop something. I don't know. Do an undercut. But Vitor coming to pit road.
Sometimes when you don't have the performance in track, it's better to come in and save the car. Look like he have an issue because I can see it in the almost finished the stint. They have an issue in car, and I tried to put the car in the track and make the corners, but he couldn't.
Still watching this side-by-side battle with Edson Santos. He is currently tied for the most wins here in Votive with Clindy. Both have 5. And he would love to get another win today. He's in a much better position than Clindy at the moment. Clindy, with the points leader, had a moment on pit road where he and Tyquilla had to take some evasive action. And really, they're just giving some extra room to a driver that was sideways on pit road. And Chris Albrecht, who's also having a good week. And just a good week. Clindy had a good week. Ty was having a good night. Albrecht having a good week. It just kind of all went south all at once, unfortunately. I think Cody Cavaco came to pit road and got a little hot in the back of Albrecht there. But kind of ended a good night. And Clindy still running out there with Tyquilla. And they are down in 23rd, 24th. Trapped a lap down. And more cars are going a lap down at the moment. Pahutsky a lap down. Logan Edwards a lap down. Newcomer a lap down. Klimek a lap down. So Clindy and Tyquilla need to get around all those. They've joined some teammates, though. There is Hunter Ingrev right in front of them, along with Antonio Estrada. So I don't think they... Woo, Cat almost up into the wall, coming off of 4. Durazo. Again, we're 31 laps into the run. In front of Durazo, Povolone is 36 laps into his run. Seb Alexander, 35. Mark Murphy, 36. We expect these guys to come to pit road very shortly at some point.
They still need to stay out, to be honest. They did 46 last time. They are 10 to go. So they need to stay out for 8 or... Yeah, something like that. Because if you're coming out, you're going to be super, super short to the end. They don't want to make a splash with 5 to go.
And there you see Estrada and Ingrave getting around Povolonis. So move Estrada up to 8th. Povolonis now back to 10th. Ingrave up to 9th. Stouffer's kind of a little bit behind that battle. Moving it forward, Marquez now has reached Edson Santos. And Marquez, yeah, he has rescued himself a little bit. He is now actually one net spot better than where he started. Remember, at one point he was like 7 spots down. So he is taking care of his tires. Like I figured he would be, he is definitely taking care of his tires. Let's ride with him. There's the one I wanted.
Everybody's sprayed on the track, to be honest. It's not big battles. Maybe here, Collins and Hyson in turn 2. Behind
Lovern
is the
and
leader.
Coker and Lovern here. Coker and Lovern, teammates now. They just swapped positions. Move Lovern back to 14th. Coker up to 13th. Isong and Collins still side by side with Julian right behind them. I was like, get in line, boys. So they're trying to find a way. And right behind Julian, he wants to get the get-go because there's the leader.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, Yeah, something that you don't want to, like a leader, to see that. But that's why he went high. He wanted to use the low line to don't burn the tires when you use the low line. Andrew Good call it for pitting now.
Yeah.
That's a good approach for the other ones.
Wood is 44 laps into his stint, so this should get him home or close to it. Here he comes off the apron, or off the banking onto the apron. His tires look good-ish. That right front looks a little haggard right now. We don't see the lines and wear, but we'll see it when it comes to a stop here. That is not a... That's kind of one of those type of tires right there. Now it's a happy tire.
Oh, Julian on the wall. All good.
Julian getting put a lap down, so the leader is now lapped up to P14, and that is Hysong and Collins. And so Campbell's probably on the radio telling Collins, his teammate. Now, of course, there are different factions of organizations. You can only work with team-wise, certain number of cars, certain number of teams, but some teams might be in direct comms with one another. So it's possible that Campbell might actually be talking to Edson Santos on pit road, by the way. Coming off of pit road, he completed his stop, but it's possible Campbell could be talking or getting a message sent to Jacob Collins. Will Van Stearns right in front of the leader there. But Ryan making us look good and easy. The former winner of the Derby.
Murphy coming to bound. Is now? Yeah, there it is.
Who's coming?
Murphy. Campbell also too is coming to pit next standby.
And Seb got around Murph.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was actually just because he slowed down to come to pit road or he passed on the racetrack. So I'm not sure about that, but we'll pay attention.
Seb Alexander's calling too.
We'll watch Seb come to pit road. We'll ride with him here. Oh, wow, he was on the button before getting to the cones. Good job. And his right front is looking a little hazy as well as he comes to pit road. Also on pit road, your leader. Leader is done. Trace Shadid off pit road. Casey Povolonis, purple lap, 220.8.
Marquez on pits coming down. The cat is calling too. And Clendy still out. Wow, 221.4.
Wow, Povolonis goes faster, 221.4.
Yeah.
Cat coming to pit road, trying to slow her down. Look at the twitching there. It's like, oh, car was not wanting to stay in a straight line under braking there. Hunter Ingrave now the leader. Hunter went 56 last time. Andrew Marquez up the second spot. Durazo on pit road. So Marquez on pit road now. So Hunter Ingrave, he's going to stay out, and he's going to get a little bit of a draft assist from Newcomer. Newcomer up to 7th. And Hunter wants to get down low. I'm not sure when he's coming to pit road, but he's not that time. Newcomer coming to pit road. So Hunter Ingrave, Jacob Collins, Hysong, Altena, Hugo Galez, they're all waiting to pit. They're all waiting for a caution. That's kind of what they're waiting for right now, because they will turn the lead over to Campbell. Hysong on pit road. He could not wait any longer. This is final stops. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series coming to you from Las Vegas. We've completed now 102 of 134 scheduled laps. You're enjoying coverage of tonight's race. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you'll miss out on the next race, including our Tuesday night INDYCAR, or actually what we call our Tuesday night open wheel doubleheader, featuring the INDYCAR Oval Series top split at 8:15, followed by the Indy Next Oval Series at 9:30. So if you like open wheel oval racing, it's a good chance you do if you're watching this, then make P1 your home on Tuesday night starting at 8:15 p.m. Eastern time, right here. Glendy, little red haze, purple lap, 222.2. As Hunter Ingrave still turning laps out there. He still has got 10 laps to go on this stint if he wants to repeat the 56 he did last time. He's right behind Murph. Go ahead.
Collins, Wheeler on pits. Wheeler tried to, but he couldn't stay out for long. But nope, didn't work. And Hunter, it's Miss Anna Clement. She's the last.
Yeah, it looks like Ty had to. Did Ty have to tow or something? Something happened that he had to tow.
Ty Wheeler?
Yeah, Ty. He speed or something, or just stopped on pit road and did a tow. I mean, maybe he had a very frustrating race. Glendy, another purple lap, 222.8. And here's the difference between old tires and new tires. High Song, there in the Black Rifle entry. High Song just stopped 3 laps ago, and just look at Julian sliding up a little bit, but new tires on Julian. He's 2 laps into his stint, so this is new tires versus old tires. Hunter Ingrave 49 laps on this stint, so he's just kind of out there hoping for a caution at this point.
Yeah, actually, doesn't look like, because we can see a train with Estrada, Durazo, Rachedid over there, Povolones in 8, Marquez in 7, Santos in 6, also Pahosky in 21, Clendy in 20. So could be everyone gonna be close.
Hunter coming to pit road, so he'll do a short stop on this one, that's for sure. With now less than 100 to go. Or, excuse me, less than 100 to go. Over 100 laps, but less than 30 to go, yeah. And up front, your leader by 3 seconds. More than 3 seconds now. Over Murphy is Campbell. In fact, we have a alliance. We have an alliance sweep of the top. Campbell, Murphy, Alexander. Top 3. Santos in 4th. Marquez in 5th. Povolones in 6th. Chedid, Durazo, Estrada, Stouffer, your top 10. Clendy is currently now in 20th. And I'm not sure at this point, with 26 to go, that he's going to get that caution. Anna Klimek on pit road. We got 2 of the Votive cars around the neighborhood of our leader right now. It's Coker and Lovern.
Man, Campbell 5.4 seconds ahead of Murphy. So I think the first try was the best one, because he won 0.3 on box, but he almost won a second in the box. Also, how you exit on the pit, how you enter the pit, so could be 1 more second over there. So nice job on Brian Campbell on front.
All right, check out this battle from Edson Santos on back. We have all of the key leaders right together. Marquez and Santos side by side. Then right behind them, we got Trey Chedid with Pahutsky, but also involved there is Dan Durazo. Durazo just, at this point, really wants to get a solid finish and bring this car home and try to make some points up on Glendy. Then we got Estrada. Now, Estrada wants to try to finish ahead of Durazo to kind of rob some points. Then we got Stouffer and then Povolonis all together right now on the racetrack. That is the top 10. And then Hunter Ingrave, fresh off pit road, just getting around Logan Edwards. Unfortunately, Logan is down in the order. He's at 21st. But Hunter might run this group down. And again, if he can get ahead of Durazo, rob Durazo of some points.
Yeah, it's a good in resume all the stuff.
Okay, battle for second, battle for third. Murphy and Alexander. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, wow.
And again, if they're working in comms, maybe Jacob could have said, "You're clear, go." But we move to the second spot.
Oh my, Glendy and Jeff on behind. Wow. That was close.
Back up front to Marquez and Santos. This is for fourth. Santos, I think Marquez with slightly better tires at the moment over Santos. Moved Marquez up to fourth and up 3 spots. Right behind him is Trey Shadid. Santos back to the inside of Marquez.
Murphy is losing. And now I'm making the pass on Collins. I'm back to behind of the Seb Alexander.
No cautions yet. Knock on wood.
Don't call it.
And this will be a very good showing for Votive. 30 cars entered this thing, and we have been caution-free at a very, very scorching hot racetrack. And if you don't believe me, there you go. Right there. At 129. Biggest gainer up front is Edson Santos, up 10 spots. Biggest gainer on the racetrack is Julian Altena, up 15 spots to 15th now. Santos and Marquez side by side again. 16 to go. Ryan Campbell, your leader by 7 seconds. And a racetrack that we're used to seeing pack racing and photo finishes at 7 seconds, might as well be 7 miles at this point.
It's like last time in Texas, in the Fixed Series last week when we talked about 2 weeks ago actually, we talked about why it's so cold. It's dependent the weather they added on the track. So if it's super cold, for sure it's gonna be a packed race, like a night race. But properly have to be like that. So the same time is in June, when it's super hot in Las Vegas at 12 p.m. basically.
14 to go. Anna Klimek with fresher tires than our leader. Anna, the Iowa winner, will get the drop on the low side. So, so we're looking at, through the history, the winner history, Ryan Campbell, this could be his second career win with 13 laps to go here. His only career win was the Votive Derby. I want to say last season, but I could be wrong. No, it was this season. So he was looking for his second win this season then. He won the opener at Kentucky. Then Clindy won at Atlanta. Rick Ray Vaughn won at Motegi. Edson Santos won at Pocono. Clindy won again at Texas, Legacy, Texas. Anna got the big win at Iowa. And right now looking for our second repeat winner of the year, Ryan Campbell, who I got a chance to meet just briefly. And then I get a chance to meet him again because I was so busy at the Sim Gaming Expo Let a lot of drivers there. And 10 to go here at Lost Wages. I noticed the my crowd settings are still off. This is like a this is like a COVID race.
Oh, it's nobody on the grandstand.
Yeah, this is a COVID race. No, I had to turn the crowd off for the open test. They didn't want anybody in the crowd there. It was a closed open test.
Oh, that's why.
Yes. Santos back around Marquez, but Hunter Ingrave, we have not watched his march back up through. Hunter Ingrave is now up to 6th, and he's now challenging for 4th with 9 to go and much fresher tires than these two guys in front of him.
Yeah, I'm looking for, Murphy don't want to put the... We're talking about Murphy, sorry. I just focusing on Murphy and Collins and Julian. Where is Wasu?
Got some close there with Hunter Ingrave.
And Santos and there, yeah.
Murphy and Julian not giving them each quarter at all. Julian a lap down. Murph currently in 3rd spot. Hunter Ingrave, though, having an opportunity, maybe looking at a top 4 if he can get around these 2 cars in front of him. 7 to go. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Next race for us is next week at Milwaukee. Next to last round of the championship. Marquez up high this time. Whoa, slices down this time right in front of Hunter. Hunter wants to take it 3 wide. Here we go, 3 wide up top. Hunter Ingrave for the position. And I don't think he's going to get the well, he might get the run. Oof. Marquez, when he comes off of 4, he cuts right down to that low line. Here comes Hunter to the inside. 5 to go. Max Campbell, is your leader by 8 seconds now. Marquez now has a bit of an edge. He is now in 4th. Edson Santos 5th. Hunter Ingrave might just be in line. I don't think he's done yet. I think he's going to challenge here a little bit more. But back up front, Ryan Campbell coming to 3 to go for his 2nd career win here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Right in front of him is newcomer. Look at Campbell staying way up top, cutting it down off the banky, down the backstretch. Right in front of him is...
Oh my God, have a contact, Ingrave and Santos.
And that is a caution, and that is the race.
The race is over.
The race is over.
Yeah.
And all Ryan Campbell needs to do is get through the caution zone.
The pass Ingrave did, it was amazing, but I think Santos, but netcode didn't give it too much space. It was a netcode.
Let's watch this again, and here comes Hunter Ingrave. And he gets a big run off the corner. So this is down the backstretch. We went back a little bit further than we needed to in time, but oh, big fade to the outside. I'm sure he didn't like that. But Santos giving a little defense to the outside. Now he's got a bad Santos in the middle of the racetrack. He can't go low. He's going to have an arrow wash down there. And here comes, there's the netcode right there. And this race is going to end under caution. Oh, Trace, you did. Cat, Stouffer just miss it.
Santos have a maple flag, so
he's gonna try to run it out. But he has a
But that's not lucky for Durazo because he can make one more spot over there, but nope.
And so, yeah, Santos has X number of laps that he has to answer that, but we're in the window that if he doesn't answer it, it's not going to be a penalty. So if he can bring the car around, he will finish in 5th. Anna Klimek drove through pit road. Not sure why. Ryan Campbell did a bit of a pump fake down pit road. Not sure why, but he is under caution. Going to take the win here at Las Vegas. Only one caution, and you're watching it right here. Final lap at Vegas. It's going to be Campbell, Alexander, and Murphy. So the Rogue Alliance, they are going to sweep the top the entire podium. Andrew Marquez and that Mad Works entry, he's going to come home fourth in a pretty good race. Very, like I said, he's cerebral, very strategic race. Saved those tires. And he comes home fourth. Santos, with an injured car, comes home fifth. It's going to be Shadid, Durazo, Stouffer, Estrada, Povalonis, your top 10. And we'll give you an idea of what points are here shortly. We don't want Ryan to smack the wall as he's doing a little bit of the Campbell weave coming off of turn 4.
Or like some Scott McLaughlin.
Yeah, exactly. Roberto Guerrero.
Oh.
Tom Stephen in 86, but those were before the race. And win for Ryan Campbell. And there it is, Ryan Campbell with a under caution 3-second win over Seb Alexander, Mark Murphy. Marquez in fourth, Santos fifth with the wounded car. Trey Shadid in sixth, Durazo seventh. So good point save for Durazo. So I think the championship is going to proceed to the next race in Milwaukee. And we will show you the schedule here momentarily. Stouffer, Estrada, Povalonis, your top 10 there. Andrew Wood, almost a second top 10 of the day. He comes home 11th. Gary Lemon 12th. Coker 13th. Julian 14th. Who is our Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race then? Going to be Julian up 16 spots to 14th?
No, I got to give you to Santos. Oh my God, 16. Santos is in 10. I'm gonna think about it because there is a Stouffer also too with 11 in top 10.
Collins 15th, Clindy 16th, Hysong 17th, Gallus, Pahutsky, Edwards, your top 20. Newcomer Klimek Ingrave with that late incident drops him to 24th. In fact, this is unofficial results because again, the way the final results came out and the way that the caution did and everything kind of screws up timing and scoring a little bit. So we show Hunter Ingrave and Will Van Stearns in 24th to combined. Then we got Quilla, Vitor, Albrecht. He wants a much better day on Thursday. He would take the DNF today to get a win on Thursday, I'm sure. Then we got Cody, Mason Mitchum at 29th. Wagner and 30th. I think Campbell just burnt down his engine.
Yeah. Let you know about the points. 59 minutes. Yeah, very short one. The last race here was at the same time in the 100 lap.
So Shane's going to be after us next time we come to Vegas to do more laps, I'm sure. All right. All right, and we will get into the waiting room here. Let's get the B-roll off. All right. And let's.
9. Yeah. Yes.
All right, let's bring
I
up.
want to, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I make opinions in myself. Sorry. I watching something over here.
All right, let's bring up Mark Murphy. Here is Mark Murphy. Second time tonight on the channel, man. But a podium finish here. Man, I'm going to say, I mean, for a caution-free race, and it went by pretty quickly. I don't want to say it was uneventful because I think we started to see, especially with the temperature and the tire wear, that it wasn't as easy as turning left and keeping your foot planted.
No, it wasn't. That was highly eventful, especially if you knock down the turn 4 wall like I did. I don't know. I didn't get any damage that could be fixed, but I definitely got something. Definitely bent something underneath because I had about a 0.2 deficit. I was begging Seb on the radio, "Can you get here? Can you hurry up and get here so we don't lose the podium, the double podium?" But man, you had to drive that car, man. That was a lot of fun.
Conditions though, little slippery out there with the track temp and the tire deg. Did it make you think about not going as long in the runs, even though that the fuel was there? The fuel was willing, but the car was no longer really willing at that point because of the tires, right?
It wasn't that they, if you took care of them, you were fine. It was if you abused them, you could wear the right front out real quick if you just stood in the gas and weren't paying attention to what you were doing. But if you lifted out a little bit and kind of babied the right front, you could make up time, and that's kind of what Seb and I did, But I didn't have. I thought the car was stable even late in the run. It didn't get twitchy. It didn't get spinning. I just made a mistake, right? That wasn't on the car. That's on the idiot between the steering wheel and the seat, man.
Well, I mean, we'll give you a chance for shout outs here. Pretty good day for IAR. Second and third, the second and third steps on the podium. I mean, not a bad day at all. So I would imagine that despite everything, you feel pretty good.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I mean, anytime you got two cars in a race and they both wind up on the podium, that's a pretty good night for the team. So we're pleased with that, and it's always fun to race with Seb. It's a lot of fun to race with Seb. So gotta give my hats off to him. My hats off to Campbell too. We were racing pretty hard there after the first pit stop, and I kind of thought, man, that son of a gun's going to burn up his tires. And by the time he burned them up, he was already so far away that I couldn't touch him again. So lesson learned: keep Campbell in your sights. But yeah, shout out to the boys on the team, especially Seb. It was we're starting to get in Indianapolis mode. I think we got a pretty quick piece for that too. So getting excited about the Hoosier 500. Got to thank P1 Broadcasting, obviously, Blackmagic Studios, Admin Box, 40 Racewear, all the people that support us. Thank you so much to all of you, and I'll let you talk to Seb.
All right, congratulations, and we'll see you in a week if you want to come back for Milwaukee. I know not everyone likes that place, but Milwaukee is next. We'll see you.
No, so next week I will be out of town. It's Natalie's reward for putting up with. Wait
a minute. This. Yeah, that is your vacation.
Going on vacation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so she gets one week where I don't try to knock down a pixel wall, and that's next week. But
okay,
y'all have fun without me, I'm sure.
All right. We will catch you at the next one. Congrats, P3 tonight, and enjoy the vacation.
Yes, sir. Keep going fast and have fun, boys.
All right. We will get in now. And I didn't show this. Mark didn't get a chance to lead any laps today, but he was up front all day today. That's for sure. And we'll clear that. Oh, we'll clear that. There we go. And go back to that. And we will bring in Seb, where it is very late in the night where Seb is right now. And another podium finish here for Seb Alexander. And a race that required a lot of patience because of conditions out there. And the speed might have not have been there, but the patience was. And you come home second today and Votive. One of these days, we're going to see more wins adding up. But today, was there a little bit of drive to survive out there as well as a little bit of pace? Because of conditions?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Other times I've felt robbed in P2, but that's not the case today. If anything, I should have probably been P3 if Mark hadn't hit the wall. He drove the first two stints like clearly better than me, and if Glendy and Ty hadn't had their unfortunate incident, they'd probably win this race. So, but it was a very interesting one. Very hard to keep your stuff alive and drive fast at the same time, and was a lot of fun to be honest. Love these kind of races.
What did you have to do driving wise on the style to kind of work with the tires? Once you saw the track temperature out there, you knew degradation was going to be an issue. It was just kind of backing the corner up a little bit, taking it easy, adjusting the line, not turning the wheel as much.
All of that, and like finding the clean air as always. Trying to stay one step ahead of the tools, like it was just all of it baked into one, and that's how it should be. It was a really fun drive, but it was because it was so challenging.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who wants to say hi to before we let you go here for another podium finish. I know we're gonna get wins out of you eventually. I know, I feel it, but another podium finish today.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan Campbell. He just performed very, very strongly. Deserved this win. Shout out to Murph in P3. He also deserved P2, but you know, sometimes you hit the wall. I think that turn 4 wall was eaten tonight. Shout out to Rob for another great setup. They're just a pleasure to drive. You can move around it with the tools so much. They're a blast to drive. Shout out to you guys, especially for showing the 500 test today. Really appreciate
Our pleasure.
that. Yeah.
Our pleasure. You got some TV time out there as well. You got your car on for a lot, so.
Oh hell yeah. The race set's feeling good. Guess I don't know about quali. But, there's a lot of time to worry about that. But yeah, at least the race set felt good.
All right, Seb Alexander finishing second here tonight at Las Vegas. We'll see you in a week or so when we get to Milwaukee.
For sure. See you guys.
And let's bring up Ryan Campbell here. And there he is on the screen, and bring him into the booth. Second career win in the Votive Indy Oval Series for Ryan Campbell, backing up that win to start the season at the Derby. Congratulations. Challenging conditions out there, but it didn't look too challenging for you. I'm sure at some point you decided you had to adjust your style and make your tires last a little bit longer, but you still had a lot of pace, and just before you know it, you're pulling away and you break the draft envelope and you're all by yourself.
It was a blast. I truly did not expect to pull out 8 seconds on the field there. Selfishly, I wish it would have went green just so I could have the screenshot of being first by 8 seconds, because that does not happen every day. Performances like that are not too common in the series. That it's so competitive. It was such a challenge. It was like the perfect amount of a challenge, right? It wasn't impossible to drive. You could pack up and you can make passes, but you had to be smart with it. You know, you had to have a reason to go into each lane. And, you know, I kind of got a little bit lucky. Clendy and Ty got hit with a pit road penalty, which I am sorry to them. I went back and saw it. I don't know if it was deserved or not. So I do feel bad for them, because it would have been a really good fight with the three of us, I think, if that didn't happen. But, you know, sometimes you win in Vegas and sometimes you lose. And today I got to win. So I'm pretty happy with that performance.
Well, it's a great way, I guess, to start the week out of everything and whatnot. I mean, it's just a big racing week, and starting off with a W and a kind of a near dominant fashion. And I know your teammates had a bad day, but I mean, you still have to have a good day out of all that to get the win. They have a bad day, but you still have to hit pit road. You still have to lead the laps. You still have to drive the car. You still have to get those tires to survive. And you did everything right. And unfortunately, your teammates didn't, and it just kind of falls into your lap. And so you can't feel that bad. And it's a great start to the week. I'm sure we're going to see you later in the week here on some of these top split races. So, I mean, you can't start off any better than this, right?
No, you don't win like this without a near perfect day, and that's what I had. And you know, when you have a performance like that, you need to celebrate it a little bit, no matter how you got the win. So it's definitely a big one. You know, going into a pretty big week. You know, I'm really excited for it. So just just a perfect night. You know, just really happy to have a night like this after not being in too many of these. The last race I did, I wrecked out on the pace lap. So I have right now in this series, I have 2 wins and then a crash on the pace lap. So that's quite the stat line to have.
Well, we saw you weaving coming to the checkered flag, and we're like, don't go to the wall now. And we mentioned Roberto Guerrero and Scott McLaughlin, and we're like, well, we've never seen that happen under caution coming to the checkered flag. So we're glad you kept it straight there to get the checkered flag. So just because you finished under caution, don't take that away from you. All of Dario Franchitti's Indy 500 wins were under caution. So just because you take it under caution, don't take it on the chin. You still had to get there. Congrats, man. Any other shout outs, friends, family, sponsors you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Oh, as always, thanks to everyone watching. Clendy's mom actually gave me a little good luck before the race, so shout out to her. She might regret it now that it ended up beating her son, but thanks to all my friends and family who I've watching. Thank you all for the support. I really appreciate it that I get to do this I get to race a fake car and have some success doing it. So thanks to everybody who watches, and thanks to you guys for the broadcast. You guys make it a lot more fun when you get to do a little TV interview at the end of these.
Oh, we try, but we're glad you have fun. We will see you maybe in a week or so when we go to Milwaukee.
I hope to see you there.
Ryan Campbell, winner tonight, second career win here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. All right, Lewis, long evening for us. I guess I pulled triple duty, but if you think about it, we did an interview with Tanner for his stream, so I did quadruple duty today. Started off with the CIS at Fontana, 2 streams at Indianapolis, and then we wrap up here with Votive with Ryan Campbell getting the win here in a near caution-free race at Las Vegas. Next race for us is Milwaukee, but we should probably turn to the championship a little bit and look at the points because the points have been updated, and it is Clindy manages to kind of pull a little bit more of a lead. I thought he had a 95-point lead over Durazo. Durazo now has a 106-point deficit. So does Clindy just basically have to start at Milwaukee to get the dub, or what are we looking at here?
Sorry, I talking about myself. Because it's drop week. He have a drop week for 31 points. So sorry. This race is at 31 points. So that is his drop week. His before the drop week was 59. So that's why he's away for 11 points more. So,
okay, so drop weeks being counted here. So
exactly.
I think he's clinched. Is it 50 points for is it 50 points for Votive?
No,
for a win?
70 points.
70 points. Okay, so he has a race and a half lead. So basically, he just needs to have a good, solid race at Milwaukee, and he can clinch at Milwaukee with 1 race to go.
Yeah, for sure. It is the toughest race or track. It could be Durazo try to clinch or save something. So it is tough, but. It's really the fight for the second place, anyways, between Seb Alexander, Engrave, Murphy, even Logan Edwards over there I think Stoffer is around. Yeah, that could be the good fight because Glendy is in another place. It's another galaxy.
You're right. You're right. I'll give you a chance to final thoughts here, but I'll explain that. Clindy has a 106-point lead over Durazo. Seb Alexander up 4 spots to third now, and he's 29 behind Durazo. That late incident with Ingrave to pull out the caution there unfortunately cost him a position. He goes to 4th now in the standings, 5 points behind Seb. Murphy 6 points behind Hunter. Logan Edwards 15 behind Murphy, and Logan Edwards now tied with Stoffer. Stoffer improves 3 spots out of this race, so they're tied for 6th. And then Trey Shadid only 1 point behind those guys. Mason Mitchum 6 points behind Trey Shadid. 3 points behind is Casey Povalone. So the top 10 is all in flux, with the exception of basically the lead.
Yeah, they're very close. Just for the 2nd place. So we know Seb Alexander could be, Murphy could be over there, Engrave, because you use a lot of brake stuff in the. My God. Okay. The Marines make a home run, so 101 now. Anyways, so it's very close. So Milwaukee is gonna be a top for him, but the people know how to racing in road course. Could be a good for make approach. So Logan Edwards, I said Engrave, Seb Alexander also too. So pretty good battle over there when Clendy just sitting in the throne, just waiting for past the races. So that's why he said one day, I have a good drop week, so I don't even worry about it. So thinking about it, if he finishes today in the good spot, it could be just be the champion today for maybe a lot. So good for him. So bad for the penalty, but races is races, so we cannot do nothing. He crossed the line. Even Ty Quilla said they didn't cross it, but looked like he touched the cone.
Yeah.
So if you touch the cone by inch or for less than that, you're gonna get a penalty. The penalty was for them. We cannot see it. That's the problem. That's why they didn't clean the black flag inside. So the only option for them is just go away again and just get the black flag and get it cleared by avoid the accident. So again, Milwaukee next week could be Clendy become a champion again. Yeah, that's a good thing. Good race in Las Vegas, to be honest. Good race. I hope we're gonna have it again. This race in Las Vegas in day. A little bit more cold, but they have a good thing for the people race over here. So see you tomorrow on Milwaukee. See you tomorrow on Gateway. For Onyx. Lot 79.
So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from Las Vegas. Ryan Campbell gets his 2nd career win and 2nd win this season. Winner tonight here in a very tough, a lot tougher than it looked race here at Las Vegas. Seb Alexander comes home 2nd. Mark Murphy in 3rd. Join LGN and myself again next week, Sunday, October 19th, for round 9, or actually round 8 of season 3 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. And see the drivers head to Milwaukee. Coverage, as always, start approximately 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, it's 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:00. And remember, it's for correct broadcast time in your area. You can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more P1's other iRacing programming, including our triple header Monday nights, which we've been talking about, the IndyCar the iRacing IndyCar Open Series. That's what I'm trying to say. Their Monday night top split. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the Onyx Racing League and its Lotus 79 Series at Gateway at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the new official iRacing Indy Next Road Series will be at Portland with Jacob Collins calling the action. That will be at 10. So 9:05, or excuse me, 8, 9:05, and 10 are the times you want to check for those races. And as always, that's the past, present, and future of open wheel racing right here every Monday night, right here on P1 starting at 8 p.m. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow them on X and Instagram. Links are in the description. For business inquiries to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram, and you can follow all of our social links on Linktree. The links in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at Votive and P1, I'm Gary Gotzo. Send all happy Sunday. Thanks for watching, and all of our men and women serving in the military and its first responders. Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again next week in Milwaukee for the next race of the Votive Indy Oval Series. Good night, everybody.